All rise for the Honorable me, Judge Learned Hand. Welcome. Woo! Wow, this mic's really up in my shit. This microphone's really up in my business. Hold on, let me fix that. All right, that's a little bit better. Folks, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Judge? No, I'm not okay. This is fucked up. The subscriber goal isn't on the screen. There it is.
It is.
There it is. All right. What's up, folks? It's me, Judge Learned Hand. I preside over this courthouse, the now York Superior Court, where justice always is served hot. Listen, we've got a couple of defendants in here, quite a few actually, and they're accused of some crimes, but we don't know whether or not they did them. That's what we're here to figure out, you and me. We're gonna ask them some questions, try to get to the bottom of things, and then you are gonna get to decide by voting, like a real life jury, whether or not they're guilty or they get to go roam the streets of New York free again. But that's not the only way you're gonna get involved tonight, folks. There's a variety of other ways that you can interact with these trials. For example, if you haven't already, you should join the Everything Now Show Discord, and the reason is you can submit visual evidence, yes, photographic evidence, that may be crucial during tonight's proceedings. Here's an example. Fuck.
I'll get something on there.
God damn it, can we put an example in there?
Sure.
They're in the clear.
Imagine there were an image in there. That could be cool.
Hey, check it out now.
All right, and here's an example. Perfect. Cheeseburger dog.
Guilty.
Potentially guilty. We'll never know. But folks, if you want to submit your own visual evidence to be used during tonight's trials, go ahead and join the Everything Now Show Discord. There's probably a link somewhere. If you click that link, it'll take you to the Discord and you can submit images. You might see yours appear on that screen. If you want to trigger that image to appear during the trial, use the sound alerts. There are sound alerts somewhere around here. You can pay some money to trigger the visual evidence to happen. You can also pay some money to object during tonight's trials, and we've made it so that the objection actually does something now. People were saying, why should I spend money on that? You just kind of say, oh, someone objected, and then move on. Not anymore. Now, if 3 objections happen during one trial, that person is automatically guilty, just like real life. So keep that in mind. If someone's really bothering you, one of these defendants, and you're like, let's just kind of forego justice, you know, the traditional sort of fact-finding route, hit them with 3 objections and they're fucking out of here. There's also subscriptions. And I encourage you to subscribe during tonight's show because not only will you be helping us hit our goal, which we're already 1 out of 15 on our way to hitting, but you will also get to submit written testimony during the trials, which will also potentially help us get to the truth. Here's some written testimony from last time. I Fight For Them said, there's a rumor that Roger Fade had multiple three-ways with John Ehrlichman and H.R. Haldeman when he was at the White House. He hit Nixon's back Berlin walls. Fairly compelling evidence, potentially swaying jurors one way or another. I don't actually remember what the fuck that trial was about, but I'm sure that was an important piece of evidence. If you want to submit written testimony just like that, subscribe to the show and then type !submit and your testimony. We'll display it on stream just like that. And crucially, folks, for $5 during tonight's proceedings, you can call a witness to the witness stand. Looks like last time it was Linda Carter. But it could be anyone you like. Fictional character, celebrity. Ideally, it's somebody related to the crime in some way. Maybe someone who saw it, maybe someone related to the defendant. Of course, that's not my choice. It's your choice, donator. If you donate $5, just tell us who you want to put on the stand. We will find them, bring them into court, and make them testify. So that's basically how it's gonna work. I'm gonna.
What happens if we get 14 more subscriptions?
Well, if we get 14 more subscriptions, that means we'll have hit our goal, and that means that we'll head on down to the police station for some much-needed firearm training, where you will get to shoot somebody with a gun. Without too much further ado, I'm going to very quickly read the names of some of our jurors here. Salad Fork, Apple Dragon, Alex Colliard, Crocodile, Slippery Peels, Dry Shot, Laser Lady, I said Slippery Peels already. Burke, Ford Venus, Mike from Space, Warosum, and the rest. Welcome in, jurors. I hope you're ready to serve your civic duty. Let's meet our first defendant now.
Hello there. Hi, Judge. How are ya?
I'm doing well, defendant. What is your name and your occupation, please?
My name is Terry Crews, and a little bit about me. I just watched the Charlie Brown Christmas special for the first time.
Okay, don't clap for that. Don't clap for that. Mr. Crews, is that your occupation?
What's that?
I asked for your name and occupation. You told me that you just watched a film for the first time.
Well, you know.
Are you a film reviewer?
I do have a Letterboxd account, yes.
Okay, is that your vocation?
It's a vocation. It's an avocation. It's vocabulary. There's a word involved. Charlie Brown is a fun little guy. A little depressed. You ever seen this cat?
What did this guy allegedly do? Chat, remind me. I seem to have misplaced my docket yet again, and I need a reminder as to what it is that this defendant...
Judge Learned Hand, here's your reminder. Bring your docket from home.
Thank you. I need to set that for an hour earlier. I think something happened with the time change. Missed a field goal, ate my meatball sub, licked all the animal crackers, stealing traffic cones, coughed too hard, stole my bowl of fucking spaghetti, robbed the great pumpkin, ate too much spaghetti. A lot of okay, I see what's going on here. Tried to kiss his mom. That's not a crime.
God.
We're gonna take...
Well, he clearly specified if my mother doesn't like me, in which case it's sort of, there's potentially...
I guess,
it's
yeah.
a very serious charge.
That could be. Did you do that?
No.
Okay. We're gonna take, stole somebody's spaghetti. Now, obviously, it's a crime to steal just about anything. That's the sort of nature of theft, but...
Can I interrupt you for a second, Judge? What's the severity of that charge? I mean, what kind of punishment would I be looking at if I was guilty of stealing someone's spaghetti?
Well, I guess it is going to depend on the other sort of contributory facts in the case, which we're going to find over the course of this trial. But at a minimum,
this is like a civil suit. Am I right about this? This is like this is just they're looking for restitution. They're looking for the equivalent cost of the spaghetti back. Yes.
Well, no, this is theft. This is theft, so that's a criminal charge. I mean, they could also take this to civil court if they'd like, but this is the state is levying charges of criminal theft against you and potentially robbery.
Someone watches Suits.
Yes, actually, yes. Yeah, I watch a lot of Suits. To me, I kind of zone out. I'm mostly looking at like the lapels and things, the cut of the lip. I mean, I want to be a fashion designer.
You like a Metro guy?
Excuse me?
You're like one of them guys who's like really into men's like.
Did everybody hear that? Did everybody in the jury hear what just got fucking said?
Is that a problem?
Judge, she's allowed to say it.
What is that? You're not allowed to say that?
I don't think so, no. An objection. Great.
All right, that's one objection. Let's add an objection to his case document, please.
I know how to do that.
You know, that
It's
just
on the
affects
stream
me,
deck.
folks at home. You didn't just object to the
Perfect.
judge. This is gonna affect me. We get 2 more of those and I think they kill me.
Let's focus up here, menswear boy. We need to figure out whether or not you stole this spaghetti. Now, first things first, what is your job?
Okay, all right, fine. I work at a children's camp. I'm a camp counselor, okay?
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
I don't know. You seem like you're making it seem like I should be mad at you for that.
Well, no, it's just, okay. I'm not happy in my job. I'm not happy in my occupation. What I'd like to be is a fashion designer. But really more than anything, what I'd like to talk about, if I may, it's a Christmas classic that's kind of flown under the radar for a very long time.
All right. Well, it's going to need to be relevant to the case, please. Thank you, K-Weeb.
I'm gonna paint a little tableau for you. Linus, Lucy, Charlie, Pigpen. It's Christmas time in Peanuts Land. I don't know where they live. I don't know the name of the town, but to me, Peanuts Land. I've decided that's where they're from. It's Christmas time. Charlie is upset over the commercialization of Christmas, as we all should be. It's time to celebrate the birth of our Savior. Snoopy, he's hanging out with Woodstock. That's the bird. That's the little yellow bird. And
I'm going to stop you there because I'm bored. We've got some written testimony now that we need to take a look at and see if this can maybe get this trial back on track. Salad Fork says, it is possible that certain events or circumstances may or may not have occurred, and it is possible that certain individuals may or may not have been involved in said events or circumstances.
Guilty.
It's interesting.
Guilty.
And what do you have to say to that?
That flew right over my head, Judge, not unlike Woodstock flying right over Snoopy's head. Oh. Anyway, me and the girlfriend were watching A Charlie Brown Christmas, and one thing led to another.
I'm not sure that I follow.
Well, I'm sure you've noticed the
Spaghetti sauce.
blood and viscera.
Oh, gross.
How?
Well, it's yucky to have all that stuff on your mouth.
It's the body's natural function. It's just what happens.
Now, when you say viscera,
Yeah.
what does that entail?
Like body particulate. Flesh.
Like giblets.
Like giblets.
What were you doing in there?
Brother, have you seen this movie Bugsy Malone? Have you caught this?
I don't really get out much. I don't see a lot of movies.
We were doing a kind of a double header, a fun double header. You know, me and the lady. It's Charlie Brown Christmas special and Bugsy Malone.
And what
Bugsy
were you
Malone.
eating
What was I eating?
at the time of the double header, as you put it? All right, our stenographer is going to have a hard time articulating that. For the record,
let the record reflect that I winked.
he's doing like a weird, gross wink. And stenographer, please note that it was weird and kind of gross when he did
But
that.
I didn't eat anybody.
I'm just gonna write down sloppy vagina.
There we go.
Okay, all right.
They always write that down.
I told the stenographer that they can kind of get loose with it. Now we've got some visual evidence that we need to take a look at. We're also going to be bringing a witness to the stand in just a moment. But before we talk to that witness, Mr. Cruz, I'd like to direct your attention to this television screen here where we're going to display some visual evidence. And I'm going to need you to explain what it is that we're looking at, all right?
Yep,
you
sounds
understand?
good. Let's take
all
a
right.
look.
Bailiff, are we ready to take a look at that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Exhibit A.
And what have you to say to that, Mr.
That
Cruz?
is a desiccated porcelain figure of Snoopy the dog.
I'm sorry, that's a what
It's
now?
It's been dried out and broken up from overuse. It's a small toy plastic version of Snoopy the dog that's been used to the point where now it just sort of resembles a single small round figure at the top, and then the base of the figure is just a sort of a long strand of white plastic.
That's Snoopy to you.
It was Snoopy. I loved it too much.
Oh, that was your Snoopy doll. And what is it that you did to that porcelain Snoopy doll that made it look like that?
Played with it, sort of blocked out some sketch comedy that I was getting ready to make with some friends.
I really want to pursue that, but I can't even imagine how it would be relevant to the case.
Well, it's Donald Trump asking Melania and Joe Biden to go see Challengers with him. Is the sketch?
And you used that crack pipe to block that sketch out?
Well, it was a Snoopy figure at one point. I think it came to me like that in a sense, but
It came to you like that? Then how could you ever possibly have recognized that as a Snoopy doll?
I mean, it looks like him. He's white, like Snoopy.
Okay, your frame of reference is bizarre.
But so we took a Snoopy figurine and then a salt and pepper shaker to block out the scene. Blocking is so important in sketch
And
comedy.
who was
People don't take it seriously.
So true.
Who is who in the sketch? Like, who was the crack pipe, and who is salt, and who is pepper?
Well, Biden was clearly the crack pipe.
And you do, okay, can we get on record,
I'm using
stenographer,
your
that
term.
he's
Okay.
referred to it as a crack
Oh,
pipe?
you sneaky little devil, you. No, we know what it.
And you're not on trial for smoking crack, and that is technically legal in this jurisdiction, but let the jury know that this guy smoked crack.
Okay.
Anyway, go on. Who is salt and who is pepper?
Pepper's Melania. Salt is of course Donald Trump.
Right.
Because he's kind of
That's kind of what I would have
because he was
done
kind
too.
of salty after he lost the election.
I know, that's right. All right, are we ready to speak with our witness?
I think so.
All right, let's get the witness on the stand, please. Witness, if you wouldn't mind, please stating your name and your relation to the defendant for the record.
My name is Chef Boyardee.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Mr.
Nice.
Boyardi, welcome.
Thank you. Sorry I'm a little late. I was looking backstage for a chef's hat. I no find one.
Okay, that's fine. We recognize that you're a chef based on your title, sir, so that's fine. You don't need to wear the hat. Mr. Boyardi, could you please let us know a little bit about your relation to the defendant, Mr. Cruz here?
Oh, yeah, sure. I tell you all about my relationship to him. I make it a spaghetti that he eat. I sort of cook the spaghetti. I make it.
I see. So you're his what? Personal chef?
Oh, hold on. Sorry. We found the chef's hat.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh, Chef Boyardee.
Chef Boyardee, yes.
Okay, and it seems some members of the court are just now realizing that this is. What did you think we
That was
said?
Gardner Boyardee, but now I'm
Okay.
seeing the hat, and
I could be any. I could be plumber Boyardee, teacher Boyardee, convict Boyardee. You know where no without my silly hat on.
I would love to explore the Boyardee cinematic universe, but unfortunately,
And
we're
I'd
gonna
be
have-
happy to riff for several minutes on it if you wanted me to.
I wish we had the time for that. Nova Glarian, thank you for the 5 gifted. Mr. Boyardee, I'd like to know a little bit more about your relation to the defendant and how spaghetti is involved. Do you cook spaghetti for the defendant, Mr. Cruz?
I cook the spaghetti. I'm making the spaghetti in the body. Eat the spaghetti. What's the problem? What's the matter, you?
Well,
I'm making the spaghetti.
I'll try to.
Wow, am I on trial now?
No, Mr. Boyardee.
Everybody that come for Chef Boyardee, you come to the king, you best not a miss. I come back, I kill you.
Mr. Boyardee, let me try to explain what is the matter with me.
Oh, thank you. Now I understand.
I'm trying to get to the truth about this defendant here, Mr. Cruz, who allegedly stole the spaghetti from one of our beloved citizens here in New York. But if what you're saying is true, that you make spaghetti personally for Mr. Cruz, then I guess I don't understand why Mr. Cruz would need to steal spaghetti. Does that track?
Sure, and I don't understand why you don't just say that earlier. You making me confused. Get up here. You talking like that? But I'm making the spaghetti not for him, not just for other people. I'm a celebrity chef. I'm making the spaghetti. The whole world eat the spaghetti.
I see. Okay, and so it would potentially be possible, if I may, Mr. Boyardee, that you made spaghetti for another citizen here in New York, and tempted by the delicious spaghetti that you made for that other citizen, Mr. Cruz potentially stole that spaghetti.
I gotta know what happened to the spaghetti after I make it. I make the spaghetti in the factory. We put it in little cans. We give it all to the good people for a nominal fee. I don't know what happened afterwards, but I make it the spaghetti originally. I put it in the can. Is that clear?
That's crystal clear.
Is that clear
Yes.
how Chef Boyardee work?
Thank you, bailiff. All right, Mr. Boyardee, I think we've got the testimony we need from you. Unless you have any closing remarks you'd like to add to the record, you're free to go.
I'm making the pasta.
Oh boy, it's Chef Boyardee.
Thank you.
Peace be with you.
And also with you.
All right.
For the record, I'd like the record to reflect that we're both Catholic, sir.
Okay.
You can tell.
Yeah, we already had that actually in the record. I've asked our stenographer to add written descriptions of all of our of the defendants and everyone in court, and I think they said that you looked Catholic, but I guess we can confirm that now. Stenographer, if you would, did you write anything else about the visual appearance of our defendant, just so that we can check on that?
Nah, I changed to drawing. I'm drawing it now, Matt. Is that the one that's... Who's the one that types?
Stenographer.
No, I'm doing the drawing now.
Oh, okay. You've decided to.
Yeah, that shit got boring.
Okay.
They're
All
doing
right.
ASCII art with the stenographer keyboard.
Wow, that's really impressive. All right, I think we've got one more piece of written testimony here, and then I'm going to allow you to make your closing remarks, Mr. Cruz. But perhaps you'll want to respond to this written testimony in your remarks. This is from K-Weeb, who says, "Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball." So,
Guilty.
potentially could influence your testimony now. Actually, and before we get your final remarks, I want to give you an opportunity to answer some questions directly from our jurors, Mr. Cruz. So, jurors in the chat, if you have any questions directly for Mr. Cruz, go ahead and ask them now. Mr. Cruz, I'm going to direct your attention to the jury box over here, and if you wouldn't mind, please try to answer these questions as honestly and succinctly as possible.
Favorite spaghetti flavor, plain. How did my spaghetti taste? I didn't take your spaghetti Dinsdale Piranha, but pretty interesting of you to assume that. Seeing a question here, can we hear the sketch that you wrote about Donald Trump wanting Joe Biden and Melania to go see Challengers with him, and I can do that. Sure, absolutely. Thank you for asking.
I don't see that question.
Hey, what are you doing here in the Oval Office? What are you doing here in the Oval Office, Don?
Well, let's get the pull-up.
I just think it'd be really swell if we all got together and hopped in the car and went down to the local AMC. There's a terrific movie playing. I think it'll get us closer together. I brought Melania with me. I'm here too.
Damn.
I have to pump the brakes on that, brother. Is this a tennis movie? Cause I ain't had to watch no tennis since I was in college, since I was getting ready to go to the war. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. What I need for you to agree to do is to jerk me off there in the theater, Joe. If you jerk me off, if you stroke my cock there in the theater, it'll be terrific for everybody. And then the button.
What's the button?
The button is they all start kissing.
Right. Well, you're guilty.
Okay.
The jury has entered their verdict, and for the crime of stealing spaghetti, the jury has entered their verdict of guilty, Mr. Cruz.
Man.
Yep. Sorry.
Okay.
That's just how it goes. But
So like, well, what? $20? I just Venmo $20 to them.
if only it were that simple,
What
Mr.
could
Cruz.
it possibly be?
Well, we're about to find out. Jurors in the chat, what is the punishment now that we've decided that Mr. Terry Crews is guilty for the crime of stealing? Okay, we're getting death penalty, lose one hand, Venmo $21. Can this man 20 years of nothing but cream sauce? Death. A lot of people saying death. We're getting a lot of death. Buried in spaghetti, hanged by spaghetti noodle. All right. Well, because so many people are requesting death, we're gonna kill you. The state's gonna kill you.
All right.
But we will allow you to choose your method of execution.
Okay. I would like to be sat down at the AMC in Lincoln Square. Is it Lincoln Square or Lincoln Center? It's the AMC down like in the middle of the city. I'd like to be sat down in the back row, and then I'd like to have somebody come up behind me and put 2 bullets directly in the back of my head.
2 bullets.
Yeah. To make sure that I'm dead.
Great. Okay. We can absolutely make that happen.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Cruz, for coming in here today. I hope that you never steal spaghetti.
Someone
again.
did point out it wouldn't really work from the back row, so you're probably gonna have to get me in like the second row from the back.
Well, what if we have them in the projector booth and they kind of just lean out and kind of go down?
The angle wouldn't really.
Yeah, it'd be a tough angle. All right, we'll have you second to last
also
row.
like usually glass right there.
Yeah, well, that's not going to stop a bullet.
Well, I mean, but it would be just tricky to get the angle right if you're coming from.
I see what you're saying. All right, well, we'll do second to last row, and
Okay.
we'll have the assassin in the last row.
Okay, cool.
All right, well, take care. Have a great rest of your day. And just like that, justice is served. Well done, jurors. We've done it once. There's one big comment. 20 years in, and 20 years in, and we eat the spaghetti with each other like we're making the spaghetti. Her meatball sauce / parm cheese still pwn my taste buds. And the Everything Now show account featured that comment, so it was the only thing that I could read.
I don't know why the computer did that. That was an accident.
But I'm glad that they did, because I agree. Folks, if you're just joining us, my name, of course, is Judge Learned Hand, and I'm presiding over tonight's court. But you, the viewers at home, are playing a crucial role in tonight's proceedings. You can submit evidence in a variety of ways. Corey, who was that? Oh, no, that was Game Quoter. Game Quoter, thank you so much for the $5 donation. If you want to wait just a moment, we're about to bring in our next defendant, and when we do, you'll be able to choose a witness to bring to the stand, or you can just have already chose a witness, and we'll just bring him in anyway, sight unseen, without even knowing who's coming to take the stand. I also just want to mention that, look, we're already more than halfway to hitting our goal. We've got 8 out of 15. If we get 7 more, folks, we'll unlock the goal, and you will get to shoot somebody with a gun. But with all of that housekeeping out of the way, it's time now to meet our next defendant. So defendant, if you wouldn't mind, please take your place at the podium and state your name and occupation.
My name's Vincent Diesel, and I'm the town's Uber driver.
Right. I forgot that our town legally mandated a single Uber driver, and you are them. Okay, interesting. Mr. Diesel, well, you've been brought into court today for allegedly committing a crime, and I'm going to have one of my associates remind me of what that is. Chat, if you wouldn't mind, please remind me what it is that Mr. Diesel stands accused of today. Pretending to be a Lyft driver, spanking the monkey,
What?
killed all the other Uber drivers.
I didn't do
pretending to be a
that.
magician, making too many sequels, ran someone over.
I didn't do any of that. I didn't do any of that. There it is. I didn't do any of that. I followed it.
From first time chatter, coping mechanism, stealing shopping carts. Now, obviously.
I did that.
Okay. Well, Mr. Diesel, I'm going to recommend that you rescind that statement.
But let me explain why.
Oh, okay. I see. You've got some sort of affirmative defense.
So normally I'm driving my 76 Barracuda down to the Chili's, because after hours the Chili's turns into a 19 and under club for 19 and under year olds. So I'm usually going back and forth, and my Barracuda I got sideswiped by a man driving a Hummer HV, the biggest car for pussies.
Is that the electric Hummer?
And it crab walks. Yeah, it's electric. And it sideswiped me, so I had to build a new car. So I went down to
You had to build a new car?
So I went down to the Ralphs and I got a bunch of shopping carts and I built a new car.
I see. So what you're arguing is that you were essentially forced to steal these shopping carts because without it you would not be able to pursue your vocation.
I'm just trying to work, Your Honor.
I see. And you do serve this community as our sole Uber driver, and I don't want to make your argument for you, Mr. Diesel, but what it sounds like you're saying is that had you not stolen these shopping carts, we wouldn't have any Uber drivers in this town.
And you'd have kids drunk driving all around the town, and we can't have that.
I see. Well, I guess what's left now to do is decide whether or not that is a strong enough justification for stealing the shopping cart. Before we get to that, though, Mr. Diesel, we do have a piece of visual evidence here that I'm hoping is going to help clarify the situation. I'm going to direct your attention to this television screen right here. I just need you to take a look at what we display and explain it to the court.
Real funny, real funny. That's real funny, okay?
And explain why and what?
They're gonna put that out because I'm a Metro. And
I need you to clarify what you mean by that.
No, I think you need to clarify what I mean.
You're the one who...
Well, no, I mean, I knew what I meant. I knew what I meant when I was using it, but just for, definitional reasons for the jurors and for our stenographer.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time, and that's 15. What is that? No, that's 25% of a mile. So I live my life a quarter mile at a time, and I like having sexual relationships with 25-year-old men. I'm 42. I have a music career. But these shots...
Is there something going on with your eyes, Mr. Diesel? And Andrew32, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. You've helped us hit our goal. Is there something happening requiring you to be wearing these sunglasses, Mr. Diesel?
It's bright in here.
Okay, you've got sensitivity, eye sensitivity. That's fine. I just wanted to make sure because you seem to be removing them at
I can't help
intervals.
but feel like I'm being targeted for being a Metro that drives shopping carts for a living.
Not at all. It's not illegal to be a Metro or drive shopping carts in this jurisdiction.
God, it feels like it is!
Well, sir, what is
I'm
illegal...
Vin Diesel.
What is illegal in this jurisdiction, Mr. Diesel, is stealing those shopping carts, which our local grocers need to allow their shoppers to peruse the shop and put their goods in. Do you understand that?
Typical liberal judge, probably appointed by Kamala, not letting us, siding with big corporations and their big shopping carts, and we're family. We're a community, not just the Metro community, the New York community. And those shopping carts are our shopping carts. We shop at that Ralph's every single day, and we pick up fresh fruit every single morning because we eat a pound of strawberries, a pound of cantaloupe, a pound of watermelon, a pound of bananas. That's my meal regimen. That's my meal prep.
You make a 1 pound fruit salad, basically?
No, it's
I guess it's a 4
pound. It's every fruit. Most of the fruits, I don't even know what they are! But I put them in there, and then I eat it, and then I get in my shopping cart, and I drive 16-year-olds to go to Chili's after hours.
Okay, they're 16?
To get fucked.
Okay. Now,
By other 16-year-olds.
That's still potentially problematic. Not technically what you're on trial here for, Mr. Diesel. And because of that, we can't get into that, and I'd like to avoid getting into that.
I'd like to represent myself, by the way.
You are representing yourself, Mr. Diesel.
Good.
You do not have an attorney. But Mr. Diesel, what we do have is some written testimony now that we need to take a look at. I'm hoping this will get us back on track.
This can't be me. I can't write.
No, this was not submitted by you. This was submitted by a witness, Dark Web Prosciutto, who said, I saw the accident and he wasn't struck by a Hummer. He was struck by a man receiving a Hummer. I see. Okay. And what say you to that? We can get that off the screen. What say you to that, Mr. Diesel?
What's receiving a Hummer mean?
Well, I suppose there's two ways you could look at that. One would be this more sort of literal way of a person was being gifted a Hummer car. So you were struck by a person who I guess was
like a lottery thing? Like subscribe to this YouTube and we'll give you a Hummer?
Yeah, exactly. Like he won a Mr. Beast video and then Jimmy gave him a Hummer and he was so surprised that he wandered into the street and struck your vehicle. That's one way of interpreting that. The other is he was getting a blowjob. Some sucky from someone else in the town.
Judge. And you're saying that because I'm Vin Diesel, the metrosexual?
I'm not saying that because of that.
I never fear death or dying. I only fear never trying. I am whoever I am. Only God can judge me now.
Well, that's not true. Technically, I can judge you as well, Mr. Diesel, and I'd like to get to doing
One shot, everything rides on tonight. Even if I got 3 strikes, I'ma go for it. This moment, we own it.
And make sure that we get that all on the record. Stenographer, please.
I'm Vin Diesel, the metrosexual.
Stenographer, please make sure to denote little music emojis on either end of that last piece of the record so that we know that he did that shit.
Yeah.
In any event,
I ate it.
He ate. Stenographer, please note that the defendant ate and left no crumbs.
Yeah.
Now, we do have a witness on the stand, Mr. Diesel, and so we're going to need to get their testimony now.
Oh, fuck.
I know. But it's time to hear their testimony.
This could be bad for me.
Witness, please state your name and your relation to the defendant for the record.
My name's Robert Durst.
Hi, Mr. Durst, and do you have any relation or do you recognize the defendant here, Mr. Vincent Diesel?
I'd like to use this opportunity to say I'm a different Robert Durst.
Okay.
Innocent. I'm innocent. It's just my name. They came looking for the guy with the name, and I didn't do nothing.
Well, you're not on trial, Mr. Durst. You're simply a witness here, and
Could I be on trial?
Well, no, not unless you've been accused of a crime, Mr. Durst.
No, I was the fellow receiving the Hummer.
Oh, excellent. Okay, that's great. Mr. Durst, can then maybe you give us a little bit more details about the scene, what happened, maybe illuminate some of the confusion that we're sort of wandering through right now.
Yeah, it was great. I was getting sucked off.
Okay, all right, so you didn't win a Mr. Beast video.
No, I did win a Mr. Beat. What do you mean? It's not mutually exclusive.
I guess that's right.
I got sucked off the best, and I won.
Okay.
They sucked off hundreds of guys, and I was #1, baby.
Okay, so the prize for winning the Mr. Beast video wasn't getting sucked off. The competition was who is the best at getting sucked off?
And that was me. I was #1 at getting sucked. I lasted the perfect amount of time.
Okay, and how is that? How do they measure that?
What do you mean?
Well, I guess
they suck off a bunch of guys and they rank them.
Right.
And I was #1 with a bullet.
I guess what I'm wondering is, it doesn't seem like there's an objective. Like, I could see if it was like, who's the first to come, who's the slowest to come. That would seem...
No, it's not like that. First to come, that's pathetic.
I don't disagree.
Last to come, well, I got other stuff to do today, right?
Right.
I was dead middle of the pack and I came the best, and I was good at it. I was good at it. All my life I've been bad at everything, but I was so good at getting sucked off.
And so then you hit this guy's car?
Yeah? Well, I was distracted. I was lightheaded from getting sucked off so good. I did such a great job, and so I hit a car.
All right, Mr. Durst, thank
My
you.
car is like my family, and you come at my family, I come at your head. I'm gonna give you a headbutt.
Whoa!
I did! No! Oh, he's getting me! Oh, no!
Hey, Mr. Diesel, please.
Cut it out.
Stop that.
Okay, yeah, bailiffs, please do something other than say cut it out. What are we paying you guys
Okay,
for?
all right, here, take 2.
Okay. Wait, no, don't.
Don't do that.
Stop it.
All right, you
Stop
guys,
it.
you guys are fucking useless. All right, Mr. Durst, unless you have anything else you'd like to add to the record,
He headbutted me! He headbutted me so good! I'll never receive Dome extremely well again! I'm ruined!
I'm a family.
No!
Oh, he's going back! He's doing it again! No! He's headbutting my dick! The family jewels!
Hello.
Hello?
No, I'm not waving to you.
Hello.
Bailiffs, you got to stop that kind of thing from happening. All right, if that happens a third time, I really need you to stop that.
All right.
All right, Mr. Durst, you're free to go. Thank you so much for your valuable testimony. Mr. Diesel, I want to give you now an opportunity. First of all, bailiffs, is there any other evidence that we need to take a look at before we move on? Any
Yeah, we
visual?
got one piece of written testimony.
All right, we've got one piece of written testimony, and I think there was another witness we needed to hear from.
There's 2 more.
Jesus Christ. Okay,
I know.
Mr. Diesel. Oh my, Mr. Diesel, are you doing all right?
Fast and Furious 2.
Great. We've got some written testimony here that I need you to take a look at and respond to. So I'm gonna read that to you now, so that you don't have to read it yourself. Something tells me that you'd have a hard time reading it. So I'm gonna read it to you, and then I need you to respond to it. Do you understand?
I just want everyone to know that I'm straight, and it's because I dress fancy.
Great. Okay. Sammy Paradise says, Mr. Diesel drove my Uber the other night, and he tried to fillet my wife in the back seat while driving. Mr. Diesel, do you care to respond to those allegations?
I live my life a quarter mile at a time. And so, if that pussy to eat, I'm gonna eat it.
All right. Well, I'll allow the jurors to decide how they want to interpret that response. But Mr. Diesel, now it's time to meet another witness.
Wait, let me say it again. If there's pussy to eat, I'm gonna eat it.
And just so the stenographer is able to catch that, he said, if there's pussy to eat, I'm gonna eat it.
One more time.
It's not like the Trump quote, but if there's pussy to eat, I'm gonna eat it.
If there's pussy to eat, he's gonna eat it. And it's not like the Trump quote.
I'm Vin Diesel.
And he's Vin Diesel. Well, Mr. Diesel, it's now time to direct your attention to the witness box, where we've got another witness here. Witness, please state your name and your relation to the defendant for the record.
Yeah. Hello. I'm Lev Ginsburg. I'm an entertainment lawyer, and I'm pals with Vin.
Oh, okay, great. So
Old buddies.
you're familiar. Is Mr. Diesel a client of yours, Mr. Ginsburg?
I'm a consultant in this scenario, I would suppose.
I see. So is he a client of yours as a consultant or as an attorney?
When he kills people with his car, that's when I'm his attorney. But in other instances, I'm just a pal. I'm just his I'm just his turtle.
I see. Okay. Well, Mr. Ginsburg, do you understand the nature of the crime for which he stands accused today?
No, what's going on?
Okay, so essentially your client, Mr. Diesel here, allegedly stole a shopping cart, which I suppose he used to turn into a car so that he could continue to shepherd underage teenagers to and from some sort
They're
of
not
club.
underage. They're the right age for teenagers.
Right, I suppose they're an appropriate age to be going to this club, but not necessarily to be fornicating. In
I
any
only
event-
fear never trying. I am whatever I am. Only God can judge me now.
Judge, we're recording this, right?
Yes, this is being recorded.
We're gonna have to send this to Pharrell. This is the best he's ever been in the booth.
Okay, I can try to get you access to these tapes, but I can't guarantee we'll be able to get that done.
Spit that fire, buddy.
Fast and Furious 3.
Okay, Mr. Ginsburg,
I'm here.
Is there anything else you'd like to add to the record before we let you go?
Yeah, I'm an entertainment and sports lawyer, so I also represent basketballs.
I'm sorry, you represent basketball players?
That's not what I said.
I noticed that, and that's why I was clarifying, because to me it sounded like you said you represent basketballs.
I thought you aren't you a judge? Shouldn't you understand what that means right off the bat? Hold on. Chad Ochocinco fell into a manhole.
Okay, Mr. Ginsburg, you're free to go. Thank you so much for your valuable testimony. What's left to do here now,
Ocho Sanko.
Mr. Sorry?
You really Ocho Sanko. Like sank into the hole.
Okay. And stenographer, please strike that from the record. Mr. Diesel, I'm going to direct your attention now to our jury box here, where there will be some questions for you.
Not a lot of cuties there.
Okay.
Not a looker in the bunch.
Well, I suppose their role isn't necessarily to arouse Mr. Diesel, but to ensure that justice is served. Jurors in the chat, if you have any questions now for Mr. Diesel, go ahead and ask them. Mr. Diesel, the jury box is going to populate with questions. I encourage you to answer them as succinctly and truthfully as you can.
Here?
Right here.
If you're enjoying the show, give us a follow to get notified.
Okay, that is not a question. Here's one for you. Tokyo Drift or Triple X?
Well, I wrote a sequel to Triple X 2 before they recast me with Ice Cube, where I am having sex with my fiance on my car, my 73 Barracuda, and I have sex with her to death. And I found out that I got injected with a serum that makes my penis too hard to get internet views. But Zack Snyder was attached to the thing, and Tom Cruise wanted to play me, but I was so insistent on playing myself. And this was Triple X. This one, Triple X 2, Quadruple X, was going to be a documentary about me.
I see.
So Triple X.
Okay. And make sure we get all of that on the record, stenographer. We had one other question here.
Are the jurors supposed to be this ugly?
I mean, they're not supposed to be anything. They're just supposed to ask questions. You're not really supposed to make physical comments about their physical appearance.
Oh, fuck. I forgot I was Iron Giant.
Here's an important question. What's more important, family or racing?
It's the same thing. It's all in one.
Wow.
That's like saying, what's more important, magic or Christmas?
I never thought about it that way, but you're totally right. We've got one more witness here, and it's got to be a quick one because it's almost time to vote. So, witness, please, for the record, state your name and your relation to the defendant.
Hello, my name was Margaret. I was the victim of the crime. My shopping cart was stolen in a Safeway parking lot.
Fuck, I remember her.
Okay, great. Well, it seems like you guys...
This wasn't him. It wasn't him.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that's... Because he just...
The boy who stole my shopping cart was Latino.
Okay, all right.
I'm Latino, I think.
This is a white boy. This boy's as the day is long. We can tell. Everybody knows it. Look at him.
I'm Googling Vin Diesel.
Yeah, I know.
Right now.
I forget. Oh, my race.
I feel like, Vin, if there's one thing you should know, it's races.
Oh, that's good, Judge. Hold on, let me get you.
No, but the boy who stole...
That's right.
The young man who stole my shopping cart was Hispanic. He kept saying La Familia as he beat me about the face and neck.
Okay.
La Familia, La Familia.
This is making me sad. Margaret, do you have any closing remarks that you need to make?
They should bring back All in the Family.
All right, we'll make
Margaret, I appreciate you coming in here and lying for me. I'm not Sylvester Stallone, I'm Vin Diesel. But if you want me to eat your pussy, I will.
Are you going to go Rambo on my clit, son?
Let's just say it's going to be a quadruple X moment.
You drew first blood, not me.
You still menstruate?
All right, this is getting really gross. Let's close out the poll.
I love Rambo.
Let's close out the poll. And would you look at that? The juries have entered their verdict. Mr. Diesel, for the crime of stealing a shopping cart, I guess from Margaret, the juries have entered a verdict of guilty. No, Margaret, you cannot do that in here. Margaret, oh, we've got a piece of written testimony. What wish we could.
Hold on, I'm getting a phone call.
The verdict.
I'm getting a phone call. It's Mr. Beast. What I win? Oh, best of getting sucked? One shot, everything rides on tonight. Even, hold on, come up a little bit. Even if I got 3 strut, I'ma go for it. This moment, we own it.
Okay, all right. Kill this guy. Kill this guy. We're not gonna ask the chat. We gotta kill this guy and her too, and the lady. Kill them both. Kill them both. Set them on fire. Set them both on fire.
Is it because I'm Metro?
It is not because you're Metro.
Fine.
But it didn't help. All right. We've got some witness testimony here, submitted just after we've sentenced these people to death. Let's see what Perposterone would have said.
Wait, am I back?
I saw. No, we're killing you with fire.
Two dead, 2 guilty.
I saw that man using the shopping cart to deliver booze to concerningly young individuals prior to using the same empty carts to taxi them home.
I was doing that.
Okay, well, that makes me feel like we got this one right. Makes me feel like we got this one right. All right, Mr. Diesel, please make your way down the hall to the left to the incinerator. All right, folks.
I only been never tried.
Just walk yourself in.
Yeah, we always trust our defendants to
Go ahead and seat yourself.
to make that. Please do not go out the open front door. Do not go out the open front door back onto the street. Please walk into the incinerator to your death. Ah, son of a bitch. We really got to come up with a better system. Anyway, folks, that's 2. 2 down, 2 up, 2 down. Guilty and guilty. But folks, the night is young and we've got some more defendants to hear from later on this evening. But before we do that, it looks like, hey, check that out. We've hit our sub goal. Thank you to everybody who's subscribed, who's submitting written testimony. You've helped us hit our goal, which means it's time now to head on down to the Now York Police Station for some much needed firearm training, where you will get an opportunity to go through our state-of-the-art training device, which will show you 2 potential assailants, but only one of them will be a true threat. The other will be an innocent bystander, and it'll be up to you to decide which one to shoot. And after that, we'll come back here and do some more trials. So we'll see you back here after the break. Welcome, cadets. It's me, the chief of police. Hold on, I gotta fucking... Alright, there we go. Alright, cadets. Welcome in to the Now York Police Department firing range. ACAB, yeah, how about, you suck my dick? It's me, the police chief. We got some awesome scenarios here in our firing range, but we're gonna start you off with the easy one, okay? This one's just gonna get you warmed up. In a minute here, you're gonna need to click on your screen. You get it? Click on your screen. If you're on mobile, I don't know. I don't think it works. But if you're on desktop, click on your screen, and when you do, a little reticle will pop up. You'll get it. 2 guys are gonna pop in. You gotta pick the right guy to shoot. Okay, this one's just a warm-up. Here we go. The dog in my neighborhood told me to steal this baby and to rearrange its brains with this ice pick.
Howdy, y'all. I'm the Virgin Cowboy.
What's that mean? What's your deal?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was super clear. I may ranch cattle, but I don't know what sex feels like.
Oh, okay, it's more literal than I thought it was gonna be.
That's all it is. I just am a cowboy who has never had sex.
The dog outside of the 7-Eleven tells me to steal babies and rearrange their brains with this ice pick.
Kissing, I don't consider kissing to be sex, but I also don't know what that feels like.
You really should. You should try it once.
I'm dead. Oh no.
No!
Get shot?
Great work, cadets. You correctly identified that man was a liar. All cowboys have had sex, especially ones wearing fringe. In fact, you don't even get to wear fringe unless you put your P in a V. But now we're gonna get a little bit more serious. All right, this next scenario is one that a lot of our cadets face in their first year on the force. All right. This is a very common scenario. It happened to me. I remember back when I was just a young buck. But we're gonna fire up the machine again, and we'll see if you have what it takes to identify the threat. Here we go.
Hey, it's me, Carl Sr. Did you buy a burger from my son?
Hi, my name's Scott. It's the 9th inning, and I'm going up to bat. And if I get on base, my team's gonna win. My dad keeps hitting the fucking shit out of me because I'm watching porn on his work laptop.
You can't keep giving him money. He'll never get clean unless you stop supporting him. He was supposed to be an architect, goddammit. We sent him to school for it. He had all of the world in front of him, and you keep giving him that goddamn burger money.
I have 2 hits today, and I've walked, but I also struck out. No one believes in me. I play left field, and I watch every race porn, so I feel like it's okay to do it on my dad's laptop. It's for his work. He works at the Pentagon.
I swear on my fucking life, you keep supporting my son's drug habit, I will kill you and then myself. And that's on no cap, you know what I mean?
I'm just a little baby kid!
Great work, cadets. That guy was clearly not a child. That was a grown man. But he was using his dad's laptop to look at different racial porn. And that's fucked up. Yep, he was lying. That was a guy at least in his late 20s, potentially early 30s. He was playing on a youth baseball team, and he was using his dad's laptop to look at weird porn. And his dad worked for the government.
There was a lot. I don't know.
There's a lot there. A lot to unpack. And like I said, that's a scenario that you're going to face all the time. All the time in the line of duty. But folks, this next one is actually something that, it's never actually happened yet. But this is a scenario that was generated by AI. A predictive model that said that in the year 2024, this scenario is actually guaranteed to happen at least once based on the data. It's a never before seen in reality scenario, but our predictive models have told us that this scenario is actually going to happen sometime later this year. So we want to make sure that you guys are ready. Here you go.
Peace and love, peace and love. Do not shoot me. Do not shoot me. I'm Ringo Starr.
Yeah, and I'm the trumpet cop. I'm the cop who plays trumpet.
If you shoot me, I will die. Do not shoot bullets at my body or anyone else that identifies as Ringo Starr.
Just a warning, if you shoot me, it'll hit the trumpet, ruining my trumpet.
You wouldn't want to do that to a beautiful instrument like that. Please don't shoot me or him. We're both beautiful musicians.
Is there an option for neither of us? Shoot neither of us.
The pacifist option.
Great work, cadets. You correctly selected the pacifist option and shot the light, I guess, in the booth. Yes, you correctly identified that the trumpet cop was a cop, so he's on our team, I guess. And then Ringo, come on. The best Beatle? We're not killing the best Beatle. Come on, he did Octopus's Garden, I think.
A cop would think he's the best Beatle.
A cop would think he's the best Beatle. That's a great point. And me being one, that's how I think. All right, we've got one more frickin' scenario here, okay? And I'm gonna level with you. No cadet has ever gotten this one correct. We have this one kind of in here just to fuck with you guys, because it's so hard, it's literally impossible to get it. But if you can somehow manage to choose the correct target in this scenario, you might just be the best cop this city's ever seen. So let's start it up and see if you can handle the forbidden scenario.
I'm King Tut, and I came back in time, or forward in time, to tell you all that I don't have a fucking weird penis. Everyone keeps saying science is like, oh, he's got a weird penis. No, I don't. I'll show it on Twitch. I also have these jewels.
I'm known around town as the Grey Poupon Bandit. If you've got any on you, I'd like to take it from you by force. I would also be happy to pay. If you know of a nearby grocery store, you can maybe just direct me toward one. I just really need some Grey Poupon kind of stat, you know?
Come on in. You think you want to know a secret that if you promise not to shoot me, I'll tell you? I built the pyramids by myself. No aliens, no slaves. Normal penis activities. I went to Home Depot and I bought those big fucking things, and I carry them myself in my Hummer EV. And I got coins.
Grey Poupon is like mustard, but it's just a little fancier. It's kind of a kick to it. Did you guys have that back then?
No, the only thing we have in ancient Egypt is clay and Nile crocodiles.
That's crazy, brother.
Great work, cadets. You decided to shoot yourself, which is the correct scenario, the correct solution. It's called the forbidden scenario because the only correct way out of that scenario is to shoot yourself and save King Tut and the mustard guy. All right.
Grey Poupon.
Grey Poupon. Whatever. All right. You did it. You're a cop now. Congrats, I guess. Nah, we shouldn't do one more unless you got a guy. All right, we're not gonna do one more. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to the trials. See you there. All rise for the Honorable me, Judge Learned Hand. Welcome back, folks. If you're just joining us, my name, of course, is Judge Learned Hand, and I preside over the Now York Superior Court, the court you find yourself in now. You, our faithful viewers, are serving a variety of purposes during tonight's proceedings, primarily as our jury, but also potentially as witnesses, as well as lawyers maybe sometimes, and I don't know, maybe the bailiff. It's really hard to know. But the point is, folks, we've got a variety of defendants here waiting for their day in court because they've been accused of crimes. And we're going to get to the bottom of those crimes to decide whether or not they're guilty of doing them. There's a variety of ways that we can accomplish that, and one of them is by asking them questions. But there's also a variety of ways that you can submit evidence to help us get to the truth. If you haven't already, you got to join the Everything Now Show Discord. There's a link in the chat somewhere around here. If you do join the Discord, you can submit visual evidence that will display on this television screen right here. It could be crucial to one of our trials tonight, so I encourage you to do that. Join the Discord. It's free. Submit an image. You might see yours on the TV tonight. You can trigger those images to appear, by the way, by using the sound alerts. There are sound alerts somewhere around here. Use the sound alert, trigger the Discord image submission thing, and you'll see an image pop up on there. You can also submit written testimony. It'll look like this. Here's one from Preposterone from the last trial that we just did. If you want to submit written testimony for us to display on stream like that, you got to subscribe. If you do, not only will you get to submit written testimony, you also help us hit that goal again. And if we hit it again, guess what? We'll head back to the firing range for some more shooting stuff with guns, which everybody loves to do. And you can donate $5. Yeah, big pop for killing people with guns. We've also got $5 donations for calling a witness to the stand. You get how that works. You pay $5, you say, I want to see so-and-so on the stand. We'll drag him into court, ask him some questions. That's how that works. All right, folks, with all that housekeeping out of the way, I think it's time now to meet our next defendant. Defendant, please state your name and your occupation for the record.
Baby, you got David Drugs here. And what do I do for work? I'll tell you what I do for work. I design air freshener scents.
You design air freshener scents.
I said it, you heard it, you know it. I design air freshener scents. New car smell? I'm the guy who decided it shouldn't smell like a new car. It should smell like unrelated chemicals. Black ice? I don't remember suggesting that one, but I came up with it. Tropical? That's me, baby.
Mr. Drugs, I'm fascinated by your vocation and I would love to dig deep into that, but before we're able to do that, I would like to figure out what it is that you're in court here today for. I've misplaced my docket though, and so I'm going to have to ask one of my associates to remind me. Clerks in the chat, if you wouldn't mind, please refresh my memory. What is it that Mr. Drugs... Oh, and it appears that my wife has donated $5 to call someone to the stand. I'm very interested to see what that entails. But what is it that this guy allegedly did? Wire fraud, inventing cocaine, 9/11.
Oh, what's the crime?
Mismatched socks, horse theft. We've already done 2 thefts so far tonight, so I think we got to come up with something other than a theft. Arson, triple homicide. Let's find a happy medium. Okay, badly baked. Thank you so much. First time chatter. He paid off raccoons to murder someone. My goodness. All right. Sort of a double whammy of crimes here. Mr. Drugs is accused of hiring raccoons to pull off a hit on somebody. Now, we don't know who it is that he killed, and hopefully we'll get to the bottom of that during the course of the trial, but we do know that not only is this potentially an assassination we're looking at, it's also probably animal abuse, because God knows what killing that person did psychologically to these raccoons, if this happened. In any event, it's time now to move on to the trial. Mr. Drugs, do you have any opening statement that you'd like to make?
Yeah, why don't we throw this right out of court? I'm sorry, I paid off raccoons to kill, what am I, Brian Jacques? over here, author of the Redwall series.
I don't understand that reference.
That's why if you had listened for the second time, I was explaining. Brian Jacques wrote Redwall.
I haven't read that, so I don't know what that means.
You gotta be familiar through cultural osmosis with Brian Jacques. All right, here's one for you. Beatrix Potter.
Okay.
Richard Scarry.
Now I'm with you.
What are you saying? I'm a children's author over here, manipulating these animals. I don't think so, baby. Last raccoon I saw, didn't understand English, and boy did I try to talk to it.
I see. Mr. Drug, so you're claiming, you're pleading not guilty for the alleged crime of hiring a team of raccoons to pull off a hit.
You know it.
All right, well, I guess my first question is, based off of something you just mentioned, you said that you've tried in the past to communicate with raccoons with limited success. Can you explain to me the nature of that encounter?
Little fucker ran off with my condom. The reservoir tip was full with future David Druggs's. Little guy had it, and I said, give it back to me, I'll do anything. I will blow your mind. He didn't understand me. So either I'm dealing with the Spanish-speaking raccoon, a coati, or they don't speak English, so it doesn't work.
You give me so much to unpack, and I really want to delve deep into that entire scenario.
I got time.
Well,
I got the time.
Before we're able to delve into the specifics of that particular incident, we've got a witness on the stand, a witness that was called, I think, by my wife, Mrs. Hand. So let's go ahead now and meet this witness. Witness, if you wouldn't mind, please state your name for the record and your relation to the defendant, Mr. Druggs.
Hi, I'm Duck McCrae, first-time gay. And I gotta be honest with you here. I'm not here for the defendant. I'm here for you, Your Honor.
I couldn't imagine what you mean, Mr. DeCrae, is it?
McCrae. Duck McCrae, first-time gay. Pleased to meet you.
You don't have to say that because
But also,
I know what it means.
This would not be the first time that we've met, Your Honor.
You'll have to forgive me, Mr. McCrae. I meet a lot of people in my line of work.
I'm sorry that you came in last place in the getting your shit sucked off competition.
Okay, Mr. McCrae, unless you...
I'm new to this. I don't understand the contours and soft spots of the male penis.
Mr. McCrae, it's been long established that my penis doesn't work canonically in this show. But furthermore, Mr. McCrae...
So it's not my fault?
No, it's not your fault.
Woo!
But Mr. McCrae, unless you've got any testimony relevant to the trial at hand, the trial of Mr. Druggs here, who allegedly hired a team of raccoons to pull off some sort of assassination. Unless you've got testimony related to that trial, everything must be stricken from the record. You understand?
Of course.
And are you familiar with Mr. Druggs?
No.
Okay. Well then, is there any useful testimony that you can add to the record?
I would suck him off.
Okay. How is that relevant?
It's relevant to me, baby. I like what I'm hearing.
Okay.
Just character, building.
Okay, it speaks to his character. You're saying what? That he seems more trustworthy, and that's why you would suck him off?
I know David Druggs. I've played golf with David Druggs. You, sir, I would not suck off like David Druggs.
Okay, thank you, Mr. McCrae, for your testimony. Do you have any closing remarks you'd like to add to the record?
Sure.
Okay, all right, strike that. I don't even know how we would spell that for the stenographer.
It's called grapefruit.
Okay. Mr. Druggs.
Duck McCrae, first time gay. He'd suck my dick every day.
What, are you rapping now? What's going on?
One shot, everything runs to night.
Get Mr.
You're supposed to kill yourself.
Mr. Diesel, you're supposed to have self-immolated.
I'm sorry.
All right. Mr. Druggs, I want to get back. Hold on.
Well, don't sing that. I'll cry.
Taylor, please. We're all going to get emotional if you continue singing that. And maybe also DMCA'd because your voice is so perfect.
Your Honor, do you want a Corona?
A Corona? Ew. No, I don't want a Corona. That's gross. I only drink one beverage, and that's the cool, refreshing taste of Voodoo Ranger Hard Charged Iced Tea. Yes. All the delicious taste of a normal flavored tea, but it gets you fucked up because of on account of the malt liquor inside of it.
We call it driving juice.
Strike that from the record. Now, David Drugs. People in town have been requesting that their car be able to smell like a delicious Voodoo Ranger peach-flavored hard-charged tea. Is that a scent that you've been working on?
I'd be happy to. If you don't kill me for this trumped-up charge, I would be easily. I could make a car smell like whatever you want. I could do peach tea, lemon tea, raspberry tea. I do it all.
And how about the smell of a delicious Voodoo Ranger Juice Force IPA?
Am I getting paid along with you for
Nope.
this? Then no. Then I'm not participating.
Say the line, Mr. Drugs.
Voodoo Ranger.
Perfect.
IPA.
Thank you, Mr. Drugs. Now, back to the case at hand. Now, you were describing a scenario in which a Spanish-speaking raccoon stole a used condom, presumably off of your quickly becoming flaccid penis. Is that a correct understanding of the story you were telling just before we spoke to that gay guy?
You're wrong on both counts. First, I don't know if he spoke Spanish. He could have spoken French or Mandarin or Cantonese or something. And two, my dick takes forever to get soft once it's been hard. We don't know what's going on, but I like it.
Well, la-di-da, brag as much as you like, Mr. Drugs. That is not the relevant part of the story.
Don't mind if I do. It's 2 or 3 hours after I get hard before anything settles down.
Must be nice.
It is. Zoom in on me. It is.
Great. I'm glad. People must really enjoy that.
They do not, but I do.
Mr. Drugs, during your encounter with this raccoon, when he stole the used condom off of your pee-pee, what happened after that? Did you see the raccoon? Did you maintain contact with the raccoon?
Now, I didn't take it off of my pee-pee. I took it off of my pee-pee myself. I'm a big boy.
Okay.
I take care of myself. I do what needs to get done. Thank you very much. I put it down on the ground on top of a trash can.
I'm sorry, I'm confused by that sentence. You put it down on the ground on top of a trash can?
Yeah, it was a really flat trash
It was like
can.
a recessed trash can? Like when people put trampolines in
You
the
know
ground?
how some houses have conversation pits?
Yes.
I got a trash pit.
A conversation trash can.
We're talking now, aren't we?
Interesting. Well, Mr. Drugs, we've got a visual piece of evidence here, and so in just a moment I'm going to direct your attention to this television screen next to me, and what I'm going to need you to do is explain to me and to the court what it is that we're looking at. Bailiff, are we prepared to take a look at that image?
Yeah, and we also got written testimony and a witness.
Wow, lots to do. Let's have a look at this image first. Whoops, I clicked the wrong button. Here it is. And now what is this?
That's a man having a medical issue.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Oh, some of the car scents that I designed caused that reaction in the human face.
I see. Okay,
Is that a crime?
So this skin condition is a result of one of your car scents gone awry.
He probably smelled the black ice. He didn't like what he smelled. Maybe he liked what he smelled. We don't know. We don't know anything from the picture. We just know the skin's coming off.
Well, Mr. Drugs, and this is an assumption, but would it potentially be possible that someone like that, someone who was significantly injured by one of your scents, might be inclined to levy potentially a serious lawsuit against you for that injury? And the only way to make something like that go away would be to have that person taken care of, disappeared, if you will. And would it be maybe further acceptable to hypothesize that in order to accomplish something like that, you would want to use non-traditional means so as not to get caught? Perhaps an assassin that doesn't have traditional human fingerprints, for example.
That's one way of telling that story. So we've heard survive in advance, right? Okay, you told the survive in advance story. Now I'm gonna tell the I Hate Christian Laettner documentary that followed it, right? And so you watch it from Christian Laettner's perspective. It's sort of a comedy now from this. So in my telling of events, maybe this guy gets the pizza face from the air freshener. He doesn't like me so much. He tries this trumped up charge with the raccoons. Maybe that's all this is right now, is a pizza face guy trying to get his little revenge on David Drugs.
Well, I suppose it's going to be up to our juries to decide on that, but before they make that decision, we've got some more crucial evidence for them to consider. Here's a piece of written testimony that I want our jurors to hear, and I'd like for you to respond to, Mr. Drugs. This comes to us from Nova Glarion, who says, "It's not David's fault. He was doing it to protect me. The raccoons were harassing me, and he was just trying to protect me. We are in love. Pepe Le Pew, Nova Clarion. Okay, so this, I guess this is Nova Clarion who's passing along some testimony from a one Pepe Le Pew. Can you speak to that, Mr.
I think
Drugs?
this should be thrown out immediately. This is not relevant. This should not be admissible in a court. So what happened was, I was taking a walk in a French city, and a can of white paint hit me from the top of my head all the way down my back, and a skunk thought I was a skunk and fell in love with me. And here's the thing, the little fucker, he won me over. We are in love. I'm in love with Pepe Le Pew. Is that a crime? According to France, it is.
Oh, okay.
That's why I had to come here. And not yet. Okay.
Legal scholars are debating whether or not to import that French law into now York's jurisdiction, but technically now it is not illegal to be in love with Pepe Le Pew.
There's not a country in the world I won't run to until they outlaw it in every, and then I'll go to international waters. You can't keep us apart. Anyway, Pepe's crazy. He's just saying crazy stuff to try to help me out. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Mr. Drugs, I would love to explore your romantic relationship with Mr. Le Pew, but we've got quite a few other pieces of business to get to. First of which is a witness who's now taken the stand. Witness, if you wouldn't mind, please state your name for the record as well as your relation to our defendant.
My name is Voodoo Drugs. I am the accused's father.
Ah, I see. Okay, the father of Mr. David Drugs.
David. I can't believe this. This fall from grace. I remember when you were a young man and I caught you watching incredibly progressive interracial pornography. I thought that you had your whole life ahead of you. And now I see you're here, capable of this kind of cruelty. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Daddy-o, you got me all wrong.
Well, tell me this, son. Did you reject involving yourself with unpaid product placement just minutes ago? Is that what happened? Did you say to yourself, I'd rather not participate in this swindle that's taking place?
I didn't say it to myself. I said it in front of everyone. I said it very publicly. I don't pretend. Hey, I don't do the ads unless I get paid. And then if I get paid, I'll advertise anything. I've advertised Raytheon.
Makes sense to me. Judge, my son used to be a straight A student. He used to fly, he used to keep to the straight and narrow. Sure, every once in a while he'd capture a few neighborhood squirrels and start fucking with their testicles a little bit. But he was a good boy. That's just boys being boys. That's just roughhousing.
I just wanted to see what would happen.
What would happen?
Yeah, if I fucked with the squirrel's testicles just a little bit. I just want to see what would happen. I tell you what happens. They don't like it.
He just scramble them around. Guidance counselor.
Okay.
There's the left and the right.
Guidance counselor said it's good for the boy to have hobbies.
I switch him up. I put him on the other side. Is that such a crime?
And then we moved to France.
Well, incredible biographic testimony here from the Drugs family, and I'm sure all of this information is going to weigh heavily on the minds of our jurors as they reach their conclusion. But we don't have a lot of time left, Mr. Drugs, Mr. Drugs Senior. So I'd like to give you an opportunity now to make any closing remarks to the record before we let you go.
Son, it's the last chance, last out. You want to get involved in plastics or what?
No. I'm involved in air fresheners, baby. That's it for me forever. I'm an air freshener boy. If I die, I die.
I've never respected you more, son.
Aw.
Thank you, Daddy. I do it for you.
Yes.
No.
One shot.
No. Do not. No. This is not. No. Come on.
We own it.
Voodoo Ranger, baby.
What is that? What do you mean? And here's the Funko Pop, I guess? And all of this, and they're paying us for this shit. All right. Okay. We got more shit we gotta do.
Yeah.
We've got another piece of written testimony, I'm being told, and another witness. Mr. Drugs, do you have any statements related to anything that just happened that you want to add to the record?
Yeah, where's my phone call from Mr. Beast? I knocked that out of the park.
Okay. Perhaps we'll get some witness testimony from Jimmy later on in the evening. But for now, we've got some witness testimony submitted here by Sweet Goose TV, who says, if marijuana affect the memory, why don't forget to smoke then?
I mean, that's a good point. I don't have an answer to that question.
Never thought of it like that.
I never thought of that at all. That's a great question. I think we should just...
that's right.
Let's call that innocent and we'll be done.
We'll call what innocent? You?
Yeah, let's call this guy. Let's throw this whole case out.
Well, I don't know about that, Mr. Drugs, but it's a bold legal strategy, and in my earlier years, it might have worked on me. Now, Mr. Drugs, we've got one more witness that needs to take the stand, but we're sending our bailiff to go find them, I guess. So, in the meantime, I want to give our jurors an opportunity to ask you some questions directly, Mr. Drugs. So I'm going to direct you here
What do you got
to our jury box, and jurors, if you have any questions for Mr. Drugs, ideally related to the crimes for which he stands accused, please go ahead and ask them now. Mr. Drugs, go ahead and answer these questions as succinctly and truthfully as you can.
I'm just looking at the screen here.
That's right.
Okay, merch, only 24 hours left. More of a statement than a question. I forgot to smoke. Not so much a question. Would you ever love a red panda? I don't know, maybe if Pepe Le Pew died. I'd be so sad that it would take me years. What'd that butt do? You know it, poop. Where do you want a honeymoon with your lover? I don't know, maybe a place where people have open minds. I don't know where maybe that's international waters, wherever that's. How many drugs? Every drugs, baby. I'm David Drugs. There's not a drugs I won't do. Would you love a sloth? I don't know. I'm open to it. As my dad said, I'm open to groundbreaking types of pornography. How do you pay the raccoons? In cash or in trash? I wouldn't know because I'm innocent of any wrongdoing.
Almost got you there. Mr. Drugs, thank you for that testimony. We have our witness prepared now. This is going to be the final bit of our trial here, and then we're going to put it to the jurors to decide whether or not you're guilty. Witness, please now state your name and your relation to our defendant, Mr. Drugs, for the record.
You know me, it is I, the world-famous lover-making skunk, Pepe Le Pew.
Oh, baby, what are you doing here? It's a court of law.
Listen, I love you, and David, I love making love in your ass.
That's how I'm the bottom, he's the top. What can I say?
I like to put a skunk come inside of your ass.
That's right.
I know the cartoons, they say I am a straight skunk. I am not. I am first time gay skunk.
Sure. I mean, yeah, it's first time for everything. Baby, what are you doing here? I told you to stay home and not come to court.
Chocolateville, you thought that I wasn't going to take the opportunity to see you dressed up all nice and sexy in your sailor outfit for your court date.
Man, I'm dressed like this at home. You don't gotta come all the way out here. I'll even put the white stripe back on my back. I'll do it all.
You dress like that at home?
Like this at home?
You're just like walking around the house in a full like, I don't even know what this is. It's kind of giving like Hugh Hefner if he was like.
I know what it is giving. It is giving a traitor. You let me come in your butt and make love in your butt, and then you leave. And I want to come to a court and make sure that they drop a safe on you.
What? You're gonna drop a safe on me? I had to go to court. That's the only time. What are you, baby?
No, I want to tell ladies and gentlemen.
What is this accent becoming?
In French.
Find it. Thank you, Chest Devil.
In French. Ladies and sexy gentlemen of the court, I want you to say that you will drop a safe on my ex-lover and make sure he never comes again.
Judge, we got somebody calling in to the court.
Oh, we've got a call-in witness?
This is gonna blow this case and probably several others.
Wow. Okay. All right, Mr. Le Pew, unfortunately, we don't have any more time for your testimony. If you want to make a closing remark, make it now.
That's okay. I'm quickly fingering out in my comedy career. I can only do racist accents.
Okay, great. Thank you. And thank you, Voodoo Ranger, for sponsoring all of whatever that was. It's time now to talk to our final witness, who I'm being told we're being connected to telephonically. So, David, I'm going to put this on speakerphone so that the entire court can hear, and then we'll go ahead and let the jurors vote. Go ahead, witness. You're on with the entire courtroom.
Can everybody hear me? It's me, Jimby. It's Mr. Beast.
Oh my God.
Whoa!
What's up, everyone? How's it going? Good to hear all of you. Who's getting their shit sucked off right now?
Okay, Jimmy, Mr. Beast, just want to remind you that we are, we're broadcasting your phone line to the entire courtroom, and so there's maybe some sensitive ears in here.
Good. Oh, okay. I don't understand. I mean, are we doing the blowjob contest or not?
No, oh, sorry. Maybe there's some confusion, Mr. Beast. This is not related to any blowjob contest. This is a criminal trial.
Oh.
David Drugs is on trial for potentially hiring a series of raccoons to perform an assassination. Do you know anything about that?
Jimmy, baby, help me out here.
I know Drugs, and they would never do this. No, it couldn't be. Couldn't be David Drugs. He's too good at getting sucked off.
There he is. There's my Mr. Deadeyes himself. Thank you, Mr. Beast.
Okay, well, I'm not totally sure how that's related, but Mr. Beast, we appreciate your testimony. Is there anything else you want to add to the record before we let you go?
Yeah, sure. I have to manually blink my own eyes these days in order to stay alive.
All right, well, thank you, Mr. Beast. Take care. Good luck with your next video. You're the coolest. All right. That's everything, right? We did all of the testimony, all the witnesses, all that shit. It's just time to vote?
Yeah.
All right, great. Mr. Drugs, I want to give you an opportunity now to make your closing remarks while we prepare the poll to decide your fate.
Okay. Fellas of the court, or the jury, whatever you are, you heard a lot of bullshit today about what I maybe did or didn't do. My skunk lover came here, and in the most authentic French accent I've ever heard, he tried to get you to kill me. You can kill me if you want, but I warn you, the idea will live. The idea of David Drugs will continue, but I'm not worried. I know you guys. I know you're good. I've been looking at this chat the whole time. Every once in a while, you talk about me, and it's relatively positive. I trust you. I lay my fate in your knowing hands. I've been David Drugs, and I don't want to die.
And with that, jurors, the choice is now yours. The fate of David Drugs now lies in your hands.
And the votes are in. Oh, well, they're in now.
They're still coming in.
Okay, well,
but it's looking
pretty good, actually.
good
The votes. Okay, yeah. Well, you know, while I'm ahead, I brought a knife into the court.
All right, bailiff.
Just in case it went south.
He said it was a comb.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter what he said it was, bailiff. You're supposed to.
It looked tiny.
Okay, you guys are supposed to be confiscating weapons before people come into the courthouse. That's like one of your primary functions.
What do you think? Confiscating? What?
Taking them away. You're supposed to, when somebody brings a weapon in here, bailiff, you're supposed to take it away from them so they can't be doing this. You see what he's doing here?
Yeah, put on your 3D glasses.
He's threatening the viewers at home. All right.
And they still decided to let me live.
Well, one could argue
You
that they
people
were
are
afraid,
worms.
but all right.
When I jump, you say how high. I'm David Drugs, baby.
Mr. Drugs.
USA.
Mr. Drugs, regardless of your attempts to threaten the jurors, their verdict has been entered and it is final. For the alleged crime of hiring a team of raccoons to pull off some sort of an assassination of a person who we never quite figured out who it was or really talked about even a little bit, the jurors have found you not guilty.
And by the way, I did it.
Okay, god damn it. I hate when they do that.
One shot, everything I talk to. Night, even if I got 3 strikes.
All right, get the fuck out of here. Get the hell out of my court. I hate when they say they did it right after we say they're innocent. I can't do anything about that legally. Folks, 3 trials, 2 guilty, 1 innocent, and then immediately admitting to guilt. But sometimes that's just the way it goes. If you're just joining us, my name, of course, is Judge Learned Hand, and tonight we're hearing crimes, alleged crimes, and you are helping us decide whether or not those alleged crimes were committed by the defendants representing themselves tonight in court. There are a variety of ways that you can help us with these trials. Now, obviously, you can ask questions to the defendants directly, but you can also interact by submitting evidence in a variety of ways. In picture form, on our television screen here, by joining the Everything Now Show Discord, by calling witnesses to the stand by donating $5, and by subscribing. We've had some wonderful written testimony so far tonight. If we get just 13 more subscriptions, we will head back to the police station for some more firing range fun, where you will get to shoot more people with guns. So let's get 12, 13 more subscriptions. Let's do it, folks. Let's hit the goal. I know we can do it. I would love to see some more written testimony, too. That's been really good shit so far tonight. But now, folks, it's time to meet our next defendant. So, defendant, please take your place at the podium and let us know, for the record, what is your name and what is your profession?
What's going on, everybody? My name's Kenny Maga.
I'm sorry?
Kenny Maga.
Kenny Maga.
But it's spelled M-U-G-A, not like the thing.
Mugga.
It's Dutch.
Badly Baked, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. God damn, that's awesome. We really appreciate that. Kenny Maga, you were just telling us what your vocation was.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of the country music star of Now York, and I was the one that was at Stagecoach this weekend telling people that we need to do the insurrection again.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you for that. And Virus 2 Nasty, thank you so much. Look at that. We've hit our goal again, but we're going to finish this trial before we head back to the shooting gallery. Mr. Maga, thank you. That sounds awesome, I bet. We do have to figure out what it is that you stand accused of. I've misplaced my docket.
I'm looking forward to find out what I stand accused of as well. If it's being a fucking patriot and I'm, guilty as charged, you know what I mean?
Well, we'll see whether or not that's the case. Chat, can you remind me what it is that stealing valor? We're taking that. That's great. Geraldo of Rivera, thank you so much for your suggestion. Nailed it on the first try. That's right. Kenny Maga, you stand accused of stealing valor. And for those of our jurors who aren't familiar with that, of course, is the crime of pretending to be a guy who is in the army for clout, basically. Now, Kenny, how do you plead?
I was in the army.
Okay, not guilty, I see. So this is apparently a case of mistaken identity. Someone apparently thought that you were stealing valor, but obviously you did serve.
But me? I was in the army. I was stationed in Iraq. And best days of my life, Iraq shoot. I'd like to do a song about it.
Oh, please.
It's actually not.
Thank you for your service, Mr. Maga. Yes, I think our jurors would love to hear a song, and it would actually speak to your time in the service if you were to sing us a song about that time. So
thank you, Stagecoach. I got a little doozy for you right now. Blow out tune, you gotta forgive me. Tell me something, girl. Do you believe the 2020 election? Or that it's validity? Or should we get in that building and kill Mike Pence, the vice president? I'm positive Joe Biden did not get 100,000 votes or whatever.
Wow.
I was in the army, okay? You think I wouldn't be able to? I brought this guitar to, Operation Army and...
Operation Army?
Yeah, oh, you fucking gonna come at me?
You said that song was about your experience serving in the Iraq War. It had nothing to do with the Iraq War.
Everything has to do with the Iraq War.
Well, I'm not going to disagree with you on that, and actually I will snap to that. But
me and some of my best Army friends we'll come in this courtroom right here, right now, and we'll kill you and Nancy Pelosi.
Okay, please, Mr. Maga, please do not threaten me or Nancy Pelosi in this courtroom.
My apologies, Your Honor. I'm a man of law and order.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
And let's see, inconvenience me and my drinking and driving habits.
Okay. Well, I hope while you're doing that, at least it's with the cool, refreshing taste of I don't know what the line is. I'm not sure what we're allowed to say. I'm not gonna finish it.
I feel like that
might have been the line. Don't drink and drive. drink a nice Voodoo Ranger, wait a little bit until you're sober, then
I got another song. Don't drink and drive.
Perfect.
Drink and fly.
Okay.
Get into that helicopter and crash into a mountain and die. You don't drink and drive. Just fly. Nancy Pelosi, you're next on my list.
Okay, all right.
I was in the army. I know all the
are
push-ups. I know
dancing
how
on
to
the
do
line.
every push-up. I know how to do every push-up.
Technically, we have not signed the paperwork that extends our sponsorship to the end of the year. That's being negotiated right now. I'm very interested to see how this episode will factor into that. In any event, Mr. Mega, we do have some visual evidence that we're going to be displaying on this television screen in just a moment. I just need you to explain what it is that we're seeing right here.
Well, yeah, we'll see about that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well, that's an easy one.
Yep.
You know, there's something going on over there. The Democratic, the demon rat's doing some sucking and fucking over there in the White House, and I'm fine. I like all people.
All right,
That's what the crowd would say. But I don't want my president being a fucking pervert.
Okay.
And I got a song about it. If you're fucking sucking in the White House, you better get away with it. I fucked Taylor Swift on 9/11/2001.
Okay, all right.
Whoa, wait, no.
No, you don't. No.
No, she was.
No. You meant 2021.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, 1 for 18 episodes this month.
All right.
We're the same age.
Great. We're gonna. We gotta talk to. We got. Oh, this show had such a good run. We gotta talk to a witness. We got a witness on the stand. They're gonna, I'm sure, get this trial back on track and focused up here. All right. We've got some serious justice we need to serve. So let's go ahead and talk to this witness now.
Russell Tussle 1 and 2, yeah.
He's gotten worse.
Yeah, I'm my own car, and I'm gonna listen, Judge.
Mr. Diesel, didn't we kill you earlier?
I'm not afraid to kiss you.
I'm hoping that you won't do that, Mr. Diesel. All right. Thank you for that testimony, Mr. Diesel. Do you have any closing remarks?
Car.
Do you have anything related to the trial that you'd like to add to the record? Okay, all right.
Me and Vin Diesel, he had a surprise guest appearance on the main T-Mobile main stage at Coachella this weekend, and our song went a little bit like this. One shout, everything rides on tonight. Even if I got 3 strikes, I'ma go for it. Because, baby, this moment we own it. And the thing is, the election polls opened up at 3 a.m. That's kind of weird. Watch Hobbs and Shaw on HBO Max.
Okay, just plug in Hobbs and Shaw. Mr. Mega. Your songs are entrancing, and I don't think anybody here in this courtroom could deny the persuasive power of music.
Thank you, Judge. I love you.
However, well,
I'd like to offer on the record that I am a Christian,
okay,
but not any of those pansy Catholic Christians.
Okay,
the good ones.
great. Mr. Mugga, so far nothing you've said has been added to the record. But what I want to tell you now...
Well, a tie is a win.
What I want to tell you now is that we've got another piece of written testimony here that I'm sure is going to get us back on track. And I want to remind you and our jurors, and frankly, myself, that the trial that we're hearing at the moment is related to the accusations that you stole valor, that you lied about being in the military. Okay, so... we're going to read some testimony here, and I'm hoping that this testimony is going to help us reach a conclusion.
It's probably from one of my army buddies back when we were in Iraq doing killing.
Maybe so. Let's have a look. This is from Virus2Nasty, who says, Mr. Mugga met me when he was abroad in the service, aka he was across state lines and told me all about his valor while singing shitty songs and trying to put his fingers in my butt in a cheap motel.
Well, first off, I'd like to say that you thinking my songs are shitty are just your opinion. Second of all, I'd like to say that that was not my older brother's army uniform. That was my army uniform. I won it in Iraq.
You won your uniform?
Yeah. They don't give you uniforms unless you do a good job. People don't know about the army.
I suppose not. I've never served. I actually had a medical disability wherein my penis didn't work.
And I'd like to tell this to mystery, anonymous testimony.
It was Virus2Nasty.
Yeah, I know that screen name anyway. That's Post Malone.
That's Post Malone?
And I'll tell you, I made love to you in the ass. And that was between me and you. Not the army, not George H.W. Bush. And I wrote a little song about it. I made love in the ass with Post Malone. He didn't come, but I did, so it was fun. That's my song. I'm working on it.
That was slant rhyme.
Sometimes they're short and sweet. Speaking of...
For TikTok.
That's right.
I'm making TikTok songs.
Making vertical content these days. You gotta do it.
Speaking of short and sweet.
Speaking of short and sweet, we've got another witness on the stand. Let's hear their testimony now. Witness, please state your name and your relation to the defendant, Mr. Mugga. Now.
Bum,
oh no.
Bum, bum, ba-da, bum, 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 bum. Hey, it's me, Taylor Swift, from the new remake of 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Oh, that makes it okay.
Yeah, marginally. Do you like my Kangol?
Listen, she's a beauty even today, Travis Kelce said he would come and kill my ass with a real gun, not one of those pansy army guns. They don't give the army real guns because they don't trust us.
Tell me something, boy. I'm all alone by the wayside.
I'm standing next to Alex Jones on the Capitol lawn.
No, goddamn.
Yeah!
No!
Yeah! No!
Bailiff, stop! Do something, bailiff! Stop them!
FaceTime Mr. Beast!
I'm scared. I don't know what they're doing.
More like Drunk Poet Society. Whatever, the one with the...
All right. Almost.
Does Robin Williams get sucked
It was
off?
really close. Really close. All right, we've got some more visual evidence related to this trial. I'm frankly afraid to see what's going to show up on this TV screen, but we've got to do it in the interest of justice. So, Mr. Mugga, in just a moment, I'm going to direct your attention to this television screen, and no matter what it is, I need you to help us understand how it relates to your time in the United States military. Do you understand?
I was in it.
Because you were in it.
Yep.
So this photo relates to your service for our country.
Can I just say something real quick? I can name every single vet. Martinez. Ramirez. Miller.
These are just other Army guys?
Oh, these are my Army friends. You can call them up.
Every single one, Judge.
All right, well,
I'm going to name every Army man.
All right, but before you do that...
G.I. Joe.
And how does this relate to the Army? What the fuck? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Nice.
That is my friend Ramirez.
Okay, that was one of your Army buddies?
Yeah. We did 2 tours. I was on his plane when we were bombing. We were bombing in Afghanistan. And we were bombing. And I was doing... Because the way we do it is we would just hand hold the bombs, open up the window, and toss them out.
Looney Tunes style.
Yeah, and we would say, have a taste of these. Who was the guy? Thank you very much. Muslim Hitler.
Okay.
I forget his name.
Right.
I forget all the names. I don't know any of the names of the other side, but I know all of our men and women. Ramirez.
Yeah, that's the last name, so. All right. And I'm seeing a lot of links to clips in the chat that are making me really nervous. Well, Something just happened. We got more money. I think we're calling someone else to the stand. God damn it. Okay. I guess I don't really want to give you the opportunity to answer questions directly from the chat, Mr. Mugga.
I'm off the deep end. I'm in QAnon. I have all the information. I know JFK Jr. He is my roommate. But seriously, Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, that no one even voted for them. Shalalo from the shalalo. That would be cool if I could actually play guitar.
That would be cool. That would be cool. All right, what's the deal with this witness? Are we gonna do that?
They're coming.
All right, we're calling a witness to the stand.
Here they are.
Oh, who could this be? Oh, it's
Yep.
It's
We're gonna find out who it is. It's
White Iverson. Me, Post Malone.
okay.
What's up?
fucking Post Malone.
No, it's cool. I like your stuff more than the stuff I do.
Do you have the S, the cool S?
The Stussy S? Yeah.
Very well done.
The
He's
Stussy
got
S.
the cool S on his forehead, just like the real Post Malone.
That's cool.
I am the real Post Malone.
Now fuck you, Post Malone. You're Navy. Go over me. It's the only Navy people know that. Only Navy people know that.
Tell me something, boy.
Okay.
You gotta do the rest of this.
Do you want to come and play with my toys? You might be a little too young, but 9/11 just happened and I wanna come. Taylor Swift, 2001, Taylor Swift.
The movie.
But I was also young, and so it's fine. I guess. I don't know. And here comes, ladies and gentlemen, Post Malone.
Yep, that's me.
All right, close the poll.
Why do my guys always get killed?
I don't know, man. Beats me how any of our jurors at home might think that this guy might be guilty of something.
You strike me as a very likable fellow, so it does seem off to me.
Can I be honest?
Yes.
Please.
I got shin splints in basic training, and I couldn't even go to the Army.
That's crazy.
I want to get this off my chest. That's a lie. I got shin splints running the half mile in elementary school, and I don't know if my whole life's a lie. I can't even play the guitar. They play guitar music. I don't know if y'all could notice, but this guitar isn't even a real guitar. It doesn't even work. Because normally when you go like this, I've seen people play guitar. When you go like this, it makes a better sound than that. Because you can know nothing. What instrument? Wait, literally? Hold on.
Where's he going? All right.
Wait.
While he goes and finds his thing, chat. What's the punishment? By the way, guilty.
You can.
If that wasn't obvious.
You can you can't this isn't music, right? But if you pick up whatever the fuck this is, you can just that sounds like something, and it's like drums too. I just don't think guitar is even a song. Anyway, I was over there. In that place way down in the back, and I was killing people, but I was not working for the army. I was killing them with love and music.
I see. Okay, sort of like a vigilante mercenary kind of situation.
A little bit like that, yeah.
Well, technically that's legal, but doing it while saying you work for the army is illegal, and for that, you're being punished with, I see something that says bagpipe death, and I don't know what that means, but I'm intrigued, so we're gonna do that.
That's how they killed Mel Gibson in, Braveheart.
Yep, they're gonna do that to you.
They played Scottish music. Because even that, I bet you just pick up the bagpipe and it's and it resembles something. And then, there's
something of a one-man band. Mr. Mugga, thank you for coming in. Please make your way through the doors and down the hall to your bagpipe murder.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I still believe in truth, justice, and the American way, and I cannot wait to go into this death with my head raised high for the red, white, and goddamn blue, and I cannot wait to see my dad in hell.
Farewell, Kenny Mugga. Well, folks, that was fucking crazy, but that's sometimes how it goes here in the Now York Superior Court. Was he guilty? Was he innocent? Will Voodoo Ranger continue to sponsor us after this episode? All of these questions remain up in the air, but what I know for sure is that justice has been served tonight, and it's time now to head on back down to the police station for some more firearm training. Yes, we've hit our goal, and thank you so much to everybody who subscribed to make that happen. Because we've hit our goal, we're going to go to the police station and check out some scenarios where you will decide who is a dangerous threat and who is but a mere innocent bystander. We'll see you after this. Or actually, probably not. This will probably be the last thing we do. When you see me after this, I'll probably just be Jake. All right. See you later. Welcome back, cadets. Yep, it's time for some more firearm training. We sent out the last batch of cadets after that last training session, and let's just say there was a mess. It was really bad out there. We had a lot of innocent people killed. So we've reconfigured the training seminar. We think that these scenarios are a lot more representational of what you're going to see out there in the field, and hopefully this time you identify the target correctly. Okay, so once again, we're going to start with an easy scenario just to calibrate here. You're going to be faced with two potential targets. One of them, like I said, innocent bystander. The other is a serious threat that you need to click on to shoot with your gun. All right, here we go.
Hey, hello, hi everybody, it's me, Stan Jones, libertarian politician who drank too much colloidal silver and so his skin turned a little blue. Is that playing on camera? Can you guys see that?
What's up? I'm Bruno Mars. It's been a minute.
I'm glad that you could join us here for our Down with the Sickness off, okay? I'll go first. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Oh!
Suck your toast for a $2 bill?
Great work. Great work. That's, as you know, we never kill Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars is, technically has diplomatic immunity in this jurisdiction, so no matter what he does, even if he does commit a serious crime and is a threat, you are technically not allowed to shoot him or harm him in any meaningful way. That other guy was also technically innocent, but you had to shoot somebody there, and it's not going to be Bruno Mars, right? So, all right, that one was easy, like I said, but this next one, oof, boy, this one gets a little bit trickier. So I hope you're ready, because here we go.
Ah, nice to meet Ghoul. I'm a simple gory heller, the Crypt Keeper. And I'm just a guy that forgets how to drink water and I'm drowning from it. Which of us will you be killing? The man who's already
I'm a dead man. Kill me. I can't survive this. I want to die.
You can't kill me in any way that matters.
I've been dead since the 90s. Oh, wait, I figured it out. I just had to finish the bottle. Don't shoot! Oh, my penis!
Great work, cadets. You correctly identified that man as too stupid to be surviving in our city. Yes. Although that man did eventually figure out how to drink water without killing himself, his IQ was so low that he presented a threat to society and needed to be terminated. The Crypt Keeper was kind of just a spooky, weird guy, but technically not doing anything wrong or illegal or threatening. So, good job, cadets. You did it again. But this next one, oh man. This next one was actually written by a 5th grader. Yep. We went down to the local elementary school and said, you know, just write some shit. Who cares? We'll put the coolest one in. We'll put the coolest one in the training thing. And so this one, you can thank, let me see here, Mike Giovanni, 5th grader from New York Elementary for this scenario. Let's see what he came up with.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cam Bone.
Should I wait for you to stop or just start talking? Oh. Hi, I'm Mac DeMarco Rubio. Try to download my album Senate Days. Blue State. Why was it a blue state?
My kind of ham bone.
Oh, Christ.
Crazy that a 5th grader wrote that. Really insane. What's going on with those kids? Is he getting that from TikTok?
What's in the Kool-Aid jammers over
Is TikTok telling him to do that? All right, we got one more. We got one more scenario, and folks, I'd be lying to you if I said that this one...
Don't lie to us.
I'd be lying to you if I said that this one was approved by the top brass, okay? This is one that technically they said we're not allowed to do. They were like, this is probably gonna offend people if they find out that we're using this scenario to train our officers. And I said, we need to use this scenario because, like it or not, this is something that our boys are gonna see out there in the field. And so, if I gotta step on a couple of toes to make sure that my guys aren't being taken out in the line of duty by a scenario that we see all the time out in the field, well, I guess you're gonna have to put me out there, because I'd rather be dead than have one of my boys out there unprepared. Anyway, folks,
Love you, Chief.
and I love you, and I'm gonna give you all one big kiss at the end of this scenario. Okay, here we go.
Chief, your ears are bleeding.
What?
Hey, let him go. I'm the villager in the back of the mob who saw the softer side of Frankenstein.
And my name is Maximilius Maximus. Husband to a big-titted wife. Father to a bisexual son. And if you think that your gun can slay me, then my spirit will live 1,000 more years. Pig.
He's basically just like a big dumb dog. We shouldn't kill him. He didn't ask to be made.
I've killed 100 Iraqi rebels. I'm from modern-day Rome, aka South Philadelphia. North Jersey, too. That's fair.
Folks, thank you so much for watching the Everything Now show. This show happens 4 times a week, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Weekdays, the show happens from 7 to 9. Saturdays is from 6 to 8. Make sure to follow and subscribe to this Twitch channel right here on Twitch. But if you really want to stay up to speed on all things Everything Now and fully participate in the show, you have to join the Everything Now show Discord, okay? You gotta do it. Those images that we used for the evidence in the court, those were images submitted by people on the Discord. That could be you. If you join, think about it.
Exclamation point Discord. Join that Discord right now.
Please. Please!
We also have a variety of other social media accounts, and you gotta follow them all because we're posting different shit on different platforms. That's right, we're posting short form little highlighty clips on the TikTok. We're posting full-length cut downs of our VODs on the YouTube. We're posting behind the scenes photos on the Instagram. So if you're like, damn, it looked like they were really in a courthouse. Wrong. It doesn't look anything like that in real life. But if you want to know what it does look like, you got to follow us on Instagram because we're posting behind the scenes photos from this episode and more on the Instagram. And you got to follow us on Twitter, of course, because we're posting clips and go live notifications and all that kind of shit over there. And if you were like, damn, I can't wait for the next episode, when is it gonna be? Well, that information is right there at the bottom of the screen. There's gonna be another episode tomorrow night. A brand new episode tomorrow night. It will not be Oops All Rise. It will not be the courtroom. It will be something completely different, but it will still be interactive comedy that you can control.
And it'll feature Joe, Megan, and Tim. And who are we referring to when we say that? You'll have to find out.
You'll have to tune in.
Which Joe, which Tim, which Megan?
Find out.
Biden, Kane, McCain.
We also are selling this hat. Rocky, show him the hat.
Okay.
Folks, do you want a cool hat that says Everything Now Show on it?
Hat version.
Designed by somebody who's in this room right
You
now?
want one that comes with this cool sticker? That looks like this?
If you want to buy that hat, you better act quickly because there are not very many of them left, and they are for sale right now on our website. So type !merch, somebody already did it. Click that link. One of these beautiful Everything Now Show hats, beautifully embroidered, and the sticker could be yours for some amount of money that I can't remember. I think it's like $32 plus shipping.
Everyone can afford that, right?
Everyone can afford our paywalled hat, right? Okay.
Why did I say that?
Why did I say that? Rocky's canceled. What else? Oh, we've got a secondary channel, the Hangout channel. Type !Hangout because we've got a second channel where Rocky plays Animal Crossing and we're gonna play Minecraft together sometime after I graduate from school. And I also do stuff sometimes on there as well.
Whoa!
You gotta join the Hangout channel, folks.
But folks, talking about hanging out, we really hung 10, like surfs up. We caught the wave. We rolled into the barrel and we came out the other side. We nailed it tonight with two guests that were on the board with us, Beach Boys style.
Yes.
Okay, let's bring him out.
Mike
It's
Lowe.
Branson and Sam.
Sorry.
It's Branson and Sam!
Thank you. I did see the Beach Boys at Stagecoach this weekend, and John Stamos came out on stage. He's like, I'm gonna sing, and everyone was hyped about it. I was like, what the fuck? This sucks. I see the Beach Boys, not John Stamos.
He at this point I just watched the Mike Love Rock and Roll Hall of Fame acceptance speech less than a week ago. Wow. It's very funny.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a miserable man. Yeah.
Live and die, Manhattan Beach, whatever. Isn't that where
He
the
did
Beach Boys?
Kokomo, right?
He did do Kokomo.
I think that was his claim to fame.
Pretty good.
That was the summer. That was the song of White Boy Summer, according to Chet Hanks.
That's awesome.
Fellas, thank you so much for doing our show. Is there
I guess
anything
it is the song of White
that
Boy
you
Summer.
want to tell the people at home about? Anything you want to plug? Anything going on? Any causes you want the people to know about? Let them know.
Oh yeah, you gotta listen to my podcast, True Tales of Magic. It's fun. It's very funny. A bunch of different characters, just like this, but it's different. But you're gonna like it a lot. Check it out. Please check it out.
True Tales of Magic, you gotta check it out, folks. If you like this, you're gonna love that. Look it up.
If you want to be a schizophrenic and listen to my right-wing podcast, we have Tucker Carlson on this week. We get really spiritual. The Wisecracker podcast. I co-host it with my brother. Also, go onto my Instagram, find my girlfriend on there, DM her, call her pretty. She could use it, you know.
Hell yeah.
But don't go out of control. Just be like, hey, you're pretty, by the way. I know you're dating Sam.
Within reason, people.
Everything within reason, folks.
Send her a tasteful, unasked for DM.
Yeah, a picture of you like smiling.
That is so considerate.
That's really nice. What
Like
guy,
maybe a
what
picture of
great
you like
boyfriend.
on like your iPad. You can take it with your phone of like you looking at her.
Have it from a low angle.
Yeah, have it down here and just be like,
And
I'm
kind
smiling.
of dark, shadowy, like
Every
lighting.
light in the room
Yeah.
off except one pretty far from you.
Yeah, and the light of the iPad just sort of like illuminating
Yeah.
the lower part of your face. All right, well,
Make sure to smile.
With all of that out of the way, I think it's time now for us to raid somebody else on
We're
Twitch.
raiding Tom Walker, who's simulating being a barista.
Oh, hell yeah,
The hilarious
folks.
Tom Walker of the Goo Crew.
You gotta give Tom a follow if you don't already. He's a very funny Aussie streamer. He's playing some sort of simulator game right now. But give him some love, say hi to him for us, and come on back here tomorrow night for a brand new episode of our show.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
A hot rim light.
Please, nobody tell Voodoo Ranger about this episode.
Oh wait, that tea was actually really, really